Guys, it's the cast of The Boys. This is so exciting, and look at the size of this audience, all of those guys here for you guys. How is MCM going for you all? Having a good time?
Fantastic, it's great to be here. Oi, oi, you lot, how are you? All right? Fucking diabolical.
This is the most excited that we could all be for this, and we're so happy to have all of you guys here. You've got so much energy, you're all smiling. This is very nice, considering some of the tone of some of the series.
A lot of caffeine.
Yeah, a lot of caffeine.
A lot of caffeine this morning.
How's your interaction been with all the fans at your tables, signings and things? Have been going well?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I feel like there's so many people here. I'm very surprised. I'm shocked.
This is one of the busy morning! Now guys, we've got plenty to talk about. Just so you guys all know, there is going to be an opportunity for you to ask some questions to our wonderful cast here. So I'll be letting you guys know, and there are mics in those aisles that I'll tell you to go and queue at. Please be, calm, quiet, and remember, we do have 4 people. Let's try and throw some great questions at all of them, but we'll come to that later. In the meantime, I've got plenty to talk to you guys about, sort of collectively and individually. So let's start with season 5. Now I know it's not out yet, so you guys can't talk about loads, but we know that the photography finished in July, so we know you guys are sort of wrapped on what, hopefully wrapped, unless there's reshoots or anything, but how has that experience been for you without giving anything away for any storylines? Was it an exciting experience? Was it mixed emotions?
It was a fantastic experience. I've got to say, we're so grateful that, firstly, to be, given the opportunity to get 5 seasons, which can be a rarity for a television show. And I think all of us were acutely aware that this was our last ride, and I think none of us wanted to, ride this horse into the ground. We wanted to go out on our own terms, to go out on top. And if you guys are a fan of this show, you are in for a treat, because season 5 is insane. I think it's our best season yet. It's gonna hit you right in the guts. It's fun, it's funny, it's got some shockers in it, and it delivers on every level. So we can't wait for you guys to see it. And I think for us, working on the show, it was bittersweet. And we were very aware that, like, every time we were in a situation when it was going to be the last time we were all together and doing scenes, and it's been a dream job, and we feel very, very grateful. So thank you guys for that too. We really appreciate your support.
Now, Eric Kripke, the showrunner, was saying that it's going to be a super big apocalyptic final. So, when you guys were first reading the scripts of this new season, were you excited to sort of see how your characters finally make their way to the end? Having seen where everything was left at season 4, were you very excited to see it all?
I'll tell you, for me in particular, just the first episode, it was the same feeling as when I read episode 1, season 1. You turn a couple of pages and you're like, what? It's the same thing. We were finishing how we started. From episode 1, a shocker, and it's going to be a ride the whole way through. Keep your tissue boxes close.
Wow.
Yeah.
For all kinds of fluids.
For all kinds of...
All the fluids.
Yeah. A lot of fluids.
Well, that's
a lot of fluids.
That interestingly segues me uncomfortably onto my next question, because I just mentioned reading these scripts. When you guys have been reading the scripts through the last 4 series, there must be some moments where you're reading this going, what? So I wrote down just some examples. So Karen, we've seen you beat up a Nazi.
Hell yeah.
Cheer that. But then in the same breath, we've seen you pummel someone to death with an arsenal of dildos. So it's always a difficult thing. Karl, we've seen you as Butcher having, full-on power battles and putting holes through people. Laz, we've seen you being quite a grounded father figure for the team, but then also attending a brutal superpowered orgy. And then, Toma, we've seen you get tortured and things, but then we've also seen you watch people exploding from their nethers.
Trying to take a superhero from my buttocks, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. So when you're reading these for the first time, what goes through your mind when you're going, okay, this is going to be an interesting day at work?
There was so much sick, depraved stuff weaved through these scripts that you sort of became a little bit immune to it, and sometimes you could miss some very key points. I remember we were all sitting in the back of a van once. We're like, hey Laz, did you read the latest draft of the script? And he goes, yeah, I've read it. I went, yeah, how about that part where you get, MM gets wrapped around his neck with a giant penis? And he's like, no, you're fucking with me. I'm like, no, serious, I'm serious. He's a giant, the guy with the giant cock, and it wraps around your neck like a scarf, and he's like, bullshit. You go, give me the latest script. And AD comes and he reads this thing and he goes, oh man, fuck you, you set me up. He thought it was me, but it wasn't, it was Kripke.
It was totally him. He pitched that idea to Kripke. I found out. No, I didn't. He just told on himself. Holy shit.
The only thing I know about this story is before the actual penis came in, Karl took care of some artwork in our trailers of a beautiful picture of Laz with a giant penis wrapped around his neck.
In our makeup
And that's
trailer.
before we started shooting.
That was actually a piece of fan art that someone had, because he was like mother's milk, and he was like, had this scarf, had literally had a scarf on, and he was cradling all the boys. Well, I turned it into a cock.
I love the idea of doubting it whenever someone throws it at you. It becomes the idea of the boy who cried cock. You're never sure if it's going to be something inappropriate. Now, I want to sort of talk to some of you individually about things that happen. So, Karen, we know that you and Nathan Mitchell,
Yes.
for a lot of the series, have been silent protagonists. Now, spoilers, but in the final episode of season 4, we heard your first word. You speak. I mean, outside of the wonderful musical number that obviously
She speaks.
So obviously it's also a sign language specifically made for the show, right? As well, that you use to communicate.
Yes, we quickly realized when we began her signing journey, and was it season 2? Season 3, I think?
3?
Yeah. That someone like MM would probably know how to speak ASL. And we wanted the language to be something that was special between her and her brother Kenji, and then eventually with Frenchie and their point of connection. And so Kripke was like, we're just gonna have to make it. And Amanda, my sign language coach, she is, an ASL speaker, hard of hearing. She's lived with it her whole life, and she's created this whole Kimiko sign language, KSL we call it.
KSL.
And it's word for word. It's it was interesting to learn it, and it took me like 1 or 2 seasons to get to a point where I could improvise one word.
Wow.
So, but yeah, it's been a really important part of the character, I think.